His strong basics and innovative ideas have delighted taste buds around the world. Chef Edward Kwan embarks on an Asian culinary tour alone. But why?
The great chefs become lots of different world of experience.
Edward Kwan learns about various Asian cooking styles and introduces hot fusion recipes.
Please, bon appetit.
Will his dishes dazzle Asia? Edward Kwan is here to check out Beijing cuisine, one of the 4 greatest cuisines of China.
Wow.
Everything from Chinese imperial cuisine
$1,500
to street food beyond your imagination.
Which kind of food should I eat first?
A festival of rare delicacies that never ends. The shocking culinary tour begins now. Edward Kwan's destination for this week is Beijing, the capital city of China. Beijing cuisine is considered one of China's 4 greatest cuisines, along with Shanghai, Sichuan, and Cantonese cuisines.
Guys, as you know, China, especially in Beijing, there's a lot of different variety of food. That means many people can not taste the food until they die. Please come to me and stay with us.
Of course, the first dish that comes to mind in Beijing is Peking Duck. Edward first heads off to Fairmont, Beijing, selected as one of the 3 best restaurants in the city. Here, he has a friend.
Edward, what are you doing? What are you doing at the Fairmont, Beijing? Because of you.
Chef Rito Boré is the executive chef of Fairmont, Beijing.
When I came to Beijing, I asked some people, I want to learn about the Peking Duck. If you don't mind, can I go and see? Come on.
Okay.
The chef worked with Edward back in Dubai and was happy to open his kitchen to his friend.
I heard he told me you guys are actually trying to make some Beijing duck. So if you don't mind, can I join with your cooking? Chef,
Yeah.
可以吗？
Chef Alan Young is the head chef of the Peking Duck department.
So, Alan, can you show us to how you prepared actually Peking duck?
OK， 好的，
好的。
我来给您做一遍啊。那个现在呢，咱们在烤之前呢，先把这个鸭子呢化一遍糖水，这样烤出来呢，能让它的皮红亮而且脆。
Edward can't pass up the opportunity to learn, and he tries his hand at showering the duck in syrup.
哎，也是 OK，
可以吗？
那可以吧。
Chef Alan whips up a secret tea using tangui, or Chinese wolfberry and chrysanthemum. What does he do with the tea? Well, it goes into the duck belly.
Here is actually they're making tea, so I think that's something different than anybody else.
All that is left is a strong fire of apple tree wood to put the duck inside.
这是咱们用烤鸭子的鸭肝啊，挑着这个。
Transporting the duck is simple with this stick.
Come like that?
Yeah.
这个 like 可以吗？ you put it into because this is already like this. You come in like this?
How is it that the oven is smaller than the duck?
Hey, 师傅，你好，好了吗？Can you show me how to do that? And
The chef who specializes in this process gives a demonstration. Did you catch that? One more time for those of you who missed it. The duck pops into the oven.
like that. Oh. So basically, this is not Beijing duck. This is flying duck. This is flying duck, Rito.
It takes a lot of care to roast the duck. The key is to rotate it little by little so it is cooked evenly. With time, the rich brown colors of the Peking duck slowly emerge. After 50 minutes, the Peking duck is complete. The duck is cut separately, first the skin and then the meat.
因为咱们这个料呢是有白糖，所以在吃的时候呢 是皮肉分离。咱们的皮呢可以蘸白糖吃，那肉呢就蘸酱吃啊。所以我现在开始。
The skin from which the fat is removed is cut and placed on top of the meat. You can almost feel the crispiness of the skin and the softness of the meat with your eyes.
Alright, chef, just show me.
尝一下这个鸭皮。
鸭皮 is
啊，对，
好
蘸糖。
The skin of the Peking duck is dipped in sugar. How does it taste?
Yeah. It's kind of like a cookie. Now it's completely melted in my mouth.
虾饼卷在里了。
Wrap the meat in steamed pancake with leek, radish, cucumber, and cantaloupe, which is a special produce of Xinjiang. Finally, dip it in sauce and enjoy.
Thank you so much.
What is the harmonious taste of Peking duck enjoyed with such a variety of ingredients?
I taste many times the Peking duck. So once I bite it, actually the juice comes from the fat, and then the basic crunchiness, and then the meat, it gives you actually more juicy. And then the cantaloupe, which is melon, and it gives a lot of freshness, and it gives a lot of more juice. So that's why it comes out in my mouth as more like a hallelujah, harmony.
The kitchen uses only ducks raised in Beijing style. For their firewood, they use only apple trees that are cultivated in a certain region. Perhaps it is such details that make their Peking duck the best.
So I want to know what is actually you trying to achieve as something different flavor dishes to the actual market.
You know, Beijing and Chinese cuisine has a long history. They go back centuries of years. I think for you, in order to understand what happened, you have to go and see the palace cuisine, the king's cuisine.
Beijing, China's capital where imperial cuisine of China flourished. What kind of food did the Chinese emperor enjoy?
I think that's the place what I'm looking for, because they're wearing actually the traditional Chinese clothes, the customs. Hi, how are you? Actually, I'm looking for the restaurant is Emperor Cuisine. This is the place? Oh, okay. Wow, that's beautiful.
A restaurant for royal people must certainly be different. The historic restaurant is in an ancient building that has been preserved since the Ming Dynasty.
Oh my God. This is crazy.
Edward can't help but be awed by the extravagant restaurant. It's as if the dining room of the emperor was transported here with its luxurious tables and golden furniture.
Wow, this is menu. It was basically it's almost like $1,500 US, so such as very expensive food. But as for chef, need to have experience, so that's why I ordered. Oh my God.
After a moment, the food is served. One by one, the dishes are placed on the table. The food, served over 20 minutes, consists of 38 dishes. This imperial banquet cuisine, called Manhan Quanxi, integrates both Manchu and Han cuisines.
This is one tongue, right? Deer. Oh.
Deer tongue. This seems to be a first even for Edward.
And let me taste this one. Actually, this is very interesting. It seems like a noodle.
Is it a bowl of noodles?
This is tofu actually. This is regular tofu.
Out of the many dishes, one in particular grabs Edward's attention. It's none other than this. It resembles the mane of a lion. And naturally, we later learn that the dish is called fried carp, shaped like a lion's mane. What does it taste like?
This is actually what I can say, the using, especially chefs using the chili sauce. And then there's lots of some chilies, and I can see lots of garlic inside as well. And then the basically such as beautiful flavor. So let me call chef. I want to know how they prepare these dishes, and let's take it out.
Zhang Chen, the head chef of Manhan Quanxi.
이 음식은 제가 태어나서 단 한 번도 본 적이 없어요. 특히 이 음식은 조리법도 그렇고 굉장히 독특할 것이라는 생각이 들어서 한번 보여줄 수 있겠습니까?
Will he reveal the secrets to imperial food?
真的吗？好的，好的，谢谢啊，谢谢，谢谢。
Chef Zhang Chen first shows Edward how to make the tofu soup that looks like noodles. The radish on both sides of the tofu prevent the tofu from getting mashed. Just place the tofu in the broth and top with water, parsley, and chili pepper. Next, the chef reveals how to make the fried carp shaped like a lion's mane. The cutting technique is very unique.
As for what I cooked with more than 20 years in the kitchen, and especially I've never seen before to clean the fish like that. And then this is very, very interesting techniques, what I can tell.
The process gets even more interesting. A pair of scissors is used to get the actual shape of the strands of the lion's mane. Scissors used in imperial cuisine. An unlikely tool, but certainly an interesting one. After the fish is prepared, it is covered in a batter and fried carefully so that it maintains its shape. The sauce is made by stir-frying garlic and pouring in tomato and chili sauce and stirring well. The fish is covered thoroughly with the sauce, and there you have it, fried carp shaped like a lion's mane. The dish stands out both in cooking techniques and presentation.
I was very surprised, actually. I never seen before food like that. So that's why I say, that's why this is actually Chinese food, and then this is cooked for emperor.
After tasting the delicacies of imperial cuisine, Edward visits Wangfujing Street, the most famous food street in Beijing. Here, various snacks and munchies beyond the wildest imaginations await Edward.
Today, I will try to achieve some taste of different types of food you never maybe seen before or you never tried before in your life, which is baru this.
From scorpions that are still alive and kicking, to dried lizards, roasted quail, and poisonous spiders, the selection is simply wild.
보통 하루에 이걸 몇 개 정도 파십니까? 2,000개. 2,000개. 그래서 뭐가 제일 맛있어요?
Edward orders a scorpion skewer. The scorpions are fried directly on order. Finally, the fried scorpion is ready, but it's not that easy to take a bite. But he said he would, and he will.
No, actually taste is not bad. Actually tastes like dry shrimp. And then they put in a little bit of spiciness, so basically there's season there as well. So, not bad actually.
It seems to be better than expected.
You wanna try? Not bad actually. No, seriously.
Edward offers one of his scorpions to a foreigner.
Yeah, just close your eyes and then just...
And what is his reaction?
Actually, it's not bad, isn't it? No problem at all, no problem.
The next challenge is the cicada. It takes a bit of courage, but he takes a bite of the cicada, and again, it doesn't seem too bad.
It's very crunchy. He didn't put any spice at all. He just put only salt. So basically, I think it's okay. Not bad as well.
The reason for the large selection of unique foods in China can be found in the culture of the Chinese people who wish to ensure good health and longevity through food. To understand China, it is important to understand their food first. The next day, Edward sets out to search for Family Li Imperial Cuisine, which is a restaurant that has been running for 4 generations.
这是例假菜吗？
是，得了吧。
Finally, at the end of a maze-like street, the restaurant reveals itself.
Hello. Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. Nice to see you.
Family Li Imperial Cuisine is known for its menu, which combines imperial cuisine with Beijing cuisine. It is more than 100 years old, and its long list of visitors is filled with a number of famous names.
대체 이 레스토랑에는 어떤 분들이 왔다 가셨나요?
我们这里来了很多世界名人，包括美国的Bill Gates， 还有英国的这个前首相，冰岛的总统，还有各国的这些总理都来过。因为克林顿总统也，但是呢，因为那个特殊原因没有来了，他又回到白宫给我们写了一封亲笔信，表示感谢。来，这是我太太，来，这又是我们李家菜的第4代传人，这是李长。你好。
Madame Li is the 4th generation chef of Family Li Imperial Cuisine.
주로 어떤 요리들을 하십니까 집에서?
我们这边我们今天做的是那个就是宫廷风味和北京风味菜，我们李家菜的。我们的特色就是说那个每道菜有每道菜的风味。然后我们今天给您那个推荐的是三品。
Thank you, Mom.
不客气。
The fare here is more of the everyday homemade dishes for the emperor.
자, 어머니, 보여주시겠습니까? 요리를.
The first dish is a Beijing-style vegetable dish. Bamboo shoots are julienned and steamed. The stems of the coriander are also cut, as are the carrots.
As far as what I believe, actually this restaurant is what is famous. This restaurant is basically like a mother's cooking. So that's why I feel comfortable and really can taste of a mama's food.
The chopped carrot and bamboo are lightly boiled separately and then stir-fried with coriander. A pinch of salt and sesame seeds are the finishing touches to the Beijing-style vegetable dish.
然后有那个就是哈什馍，就是东北那林蛙的卵，然后里边放的就是那个有那个鸡蛋、鲜贝、奥贝，还有那个哈什馍，然后就是打好了以后就去蒸5分钟以后拿出来，然后上边再个装点一下，上边有那个香菜末。
Steamed egg with frog ovaries ready to be served.
So basically the she preparing actually is kind of like a steamed egg, like custard. There's such as she put into the special part of frog, but I've never seen before. I mean the food is like that. So that's why maybe Chinese food is something special, unique than anybody else.
The third dish is fried scallops. First lightly fry rapeseed leaves. Then coat the scallops in batter and fry in oil. Be sure to leave the tails hanging. The fried leaves and scallops are placed on a plate. The dish is ready to be served. Edward first tries the steamed egg with frog ovaries.
This is such a beautiful dishes. I mean, very well balanced. Basically, it's like home cooking. And I believe why they bring the top VIP to the restaurant. Do you think people really want to go and see? I think they want to have a taste of real home cooking style food.
His culinary expedition has come to an end. All that's left is Edward's hot recipe. A lesson on the unique techniques of making Peking duck.
This is crazy.
The extraordinary imperial experience of Manhan Quanxi's rare delicacies. And the true flavors of homemade royal cuisine carried down for 4 generations.
不可能。
What fusion recipe will he present here in Beijing? The panel for the hot recipe ends. Today's panel consists of chefs and hotel management staff who helped him experience Beijing's cuisine to the fullest.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much. So it's going to be very small portion as appetizer, but China and Korea as combining together. So please hope you enjoyed my dishes. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Cooking for Edward's hot recipe begins.
Basically, I'm making actually japchae roll. I had a lot of impression of home cooking.
After soaking and boiling the glass noodles, chop and stir-fry onions, leeks, carrots, and mushrooms. Use Peking duck instead of the usual beef that goes into japchae. Roll the japchae in laver, coat in flour and egg, and fry into a crispy roll.
And I prepared actually 3 pieces of asparagus, nicely filled them up, blanching with the hot water, and then actually put it onto the plate. And then chop the onion, apple, red wine vinegar, and a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, and season with the salt and pepper, and then sprinkle on top of the asparagus, and a little bit of greens on top of it. I'm using the Chinese black vinegar, reduce nicely, and making like a balsamic reduction. So it gives actually the greasiness of japchae roll. It can be actually well balanced with actually asparagus salad.
Today's hot recipe, fried japchae wrapped in laver, is ready to be served. Korean japchae meets Peking duck to become a unique appetizer. Finally, Edward's hot recipe is laid before the panel.
Alright, so I have very simple food, which is, you can see the inside is glass noodle, which is Korean name is japchae. Thank you so much, and then bon appetit.
The tasting begins. Edward incorporated the crispiness of Peking duck with Korean japchae. And the sweet and sour salad and black vinegar sauce strike a balance among the various flavors. What will the panel say?
Very good, very great flavors and a good combination between the Korean and the local Chinese flavors. Personally, I like the crispness of the salad, so maybe a little bit more salad would be nice.
No advice. I like the dish like it is. He substituted the skin crunch with the Beijing duck skin crunch. The acidity of the asparagus salad nicely cleans your mouth afterwards.
它这个蔬菜的搭配了，跟有一个那个萝卜应该是酸的吧，是不？是萝卜应该是，搭配的挺好，而且里边的粉条我这也都挺好吃。
尤其是它那个炸的这个素菜馆，这里边的营养成分非常高，完全是素的，这是符合现在人的这个营养学的这种理念。那我觉得这道菜确实不错，很好。
Well, it was great food. I tried a lot of different types of cuisines, like such as palace food and then street food as well. Especially Chinese food is already globalized, and flavor and taste and then scent as well. This is another learning curve to myself, and I learn a lot.
The city of casinos, Macau. But forget about the Macau that you already know. This time, it's a fantastic culinary tour of the masters of the Petite Europe of the East, Macau.
Okay?
Chef for a man of extraordinary powers, a very painstaking way of making noodles learned from a master of handmade noodles.
쫄깃쫄깃하게 나올 거라고 생각합니다.
Bear it and you shall gain handmade noodles. A hearty bowl of chewy wonton soup after a hard day's work. Edward's exciting journey continues in Macau next week.